Hello, welcome back to another video. Hope everybody is doing really well. Ocado and Waitrose I have shopped with this week. Total £159, £107.36 on Ocado, which apparently I'd also got a saving of £20.10 because I shopped the offers. 90p of that were bags. And then Waitrose, £67.63, £4 with delivery. £11.60 was a present for my daughter, so I just spent £52 with Ocado, Waitrose, so £159 in total. And I do think I've done really well. Got quite a few things for my store cupboard, but also I've got quite a lot of fresh stuff. So excited to share what I've bought this week. Last week I asked about your shopping budget because mine is roughly £600 a month. It's sort of a figure that I plucked out of air. I looked at how many people I were feeding and thought, yeah, 600 quid. And I've been sticking to it for the past couple of years. But I asked you what your rough budget were, and it seems we've all got similar budgets. No matter how many kids we're feeding or not feeding, we've all got a similar budget, which is strange but interesting nonetheless. But it also means that as I get older, my kids go and live independently, I'm still going to be spending the same amount of money. I've been thinking about my shopping habits over the past couple of days, and I don't always buy the cheapest stuff. That's sort of like a main thing for me. I buy what I like, but I generally buy stuff when it's on offer. So if I deem something is too expensive, I won't buy it. I can't buy it. I have to wait until it is in part of a deal, and then I will bulk buy it. Obviously with fresh stuff, you can't very often bulk buy fresh stuff unless you're buying meat and stuff that you can freeze. But with the cupboard essentials and meat, I normally try to get things when they are a better price, because as we all know, and I say it all the time, prices are going up. So we've got to find ways to navigate into it, because they're just not going to go down. And I'm sorry if that upsets anybody who's watching, but they don't. The price increases, they're sort of here to stay, aren't they? So we've got to navigate it so we are screwed less. If that makes sense. So I always generally wait for what I would class as high ticket prices to come on sale. I never ever shop in just one supermarket. If you're going to one supermarket and you're expecting to get really good deals, let me know what that supermarket is, because I don't believe there is one. I don't believe that there's the better supermarket, because the word better is subjective anyway, so what's better for me might not be better for you. Some people base it on price, some people base it on quality, some people base it on a really nice shopping experience. But by today's standards, I don't think there is a better supermarket for everybody. I think people should be shopping around for deals. So I do Waitrose and I do Ocado because I like the quality of the food. I don't think the prices are offensive. Some are, but will I buy the stuff? No, I won't. I won't buy ready meals unless they're going to be able to be split between a few people and I'm going to get my money's worth. I've got to have foods for the kids' snacks and crisps and pop. I won't generally buy that from a supermarket unless it's part of a really good deal. Ocado always seem to have good offers on, and they do shift, but then they come around. So when you become a regular shopper of, let's say, Ocado, you tend to know that what you like is going to come round on an offer, and you keep your eye open for it. So diversify would be my advice. If you are, I don't know, going to Sainsbury's or Morrison's and you just tend to do one supermarket and your shopping bills get going up and up and up, diversify if you can. I know it's not always easy. If you struggle to get out of the house or you've got kids, it's not always easy to do what I'm saying to do, but it will save you money. I also have a well-stocked pantry, and I've had one for probably 2 or 3 years now. I mean, going back years ago, I always used to watch the American sort of super stockers, you know, that I'd have their own supermarket in the basement. Well, you can't do that in England really unless you've got a spare room. But I do have what I would consider a well-stocked pantry and a working cupboard. So behind me here, that's my working cupboard. That's normally full of stuff. And then in my corner, I've got a sort of store cupboard stock up. And that has helped me out because I generally cook, you know, for my family every night. I used to always be running out of ingredients, and it always tended to be the stuff that was quite expensive. You know, the stuff that I now try to buy on offer. I used to send us to the supermarket, and then you're held hostage to whatever price that is, because you're not going to go hunting around if you need it for that meal, are you? So I decided, and it was through doing these videos that I did it, I just decided to, from there on, have a fully stocked store cupboard. Occasionally I do still run out because I ain't perfect, and I'm human, or human if you want to pronounce the H, but it does help loads. So if you haven't got one going, start it. Even if you've only got like a really small space, get your main staples that you always use and just keep extra. You never know when you're going to need it. Right, so yeah, Ocado and Waitrose. I'm going to show you what I bought for £159. Some good stuff. Ocado always tend to have what I buy anyway on offer, and I'm sure if you're an Ocado shopper, they tend to have what you buy on offer. I very rarely get any of the flash sales. There is somebody on YouTube, Ordinary Mum. She is the queen of flash sales. I don't know how she does it, but my flash sales are always crap. So I haven't got no flash sales today. So if you normally watch Ocado shops and you see flash sales or free products, stuff like that, there ain't any in this shop. Just everything that I've bought for full price or on offer. As you know, if you've watched it frequently, we are a saucy family. And I did think that one of the things I might have to do to try to save some money is to cut back on the sauces. And that obviously will be the day that hell freezes over. I'm not going to be able to do it with the people that I have living here. So all these were on sort of like 2 for £3, 50 pence off. They've all got money knocked off them. So I've got 2 Nando's sweet chili jams. I know that these were 2 for £3. Now, obviously, they might be cheaper somewhere else, but I'm happy paying this price. I think £1.50 a bottle is all right, yeah? These were £1.50. These get used loads, so I did buy 4. They're normally £2 in Ocado. I don't know how much they are anywhere else because I actually haven't looked. And then I begrudge buying Doritos salsa. But the place that I normally get salsa from, they ain't got any decent salsa in at the minute. So they're on offer for 2 for £3. I'm sure that they'll be on offer everywhere coming up, sort of like November, definitely December, because obviously it's Christmas and Doritos, they like to have the stuff on offer, don't they? So people buy it or buy more of it. 2 bottles of Vimto. I think I'm the only person who drinks this. I've got some kind of strange relationship with Vimto because when I'm ill, I drink more of it. And I'm still fighting this virus / cold. And it's like, it's got to be psychological because there's no good in Vimto. But warm Vimto, cold Vimto, it's probably the fluids and I'm just drinking more. But it always helps me out. So I like to have bottles of Vimto in. So 2 for £3. Tomato sauce. I have tried loads of different tomato sauce for my kids, but they prefer this one, and because we very rarely use it now, I don't mind taking the hit on the price. That were £3.50. Noodles, we're going to have stir fry, and I also like to keep an extra pack in the cupboard. They were also on offer, can't remember what they were, as were the Blue Dragon sauces. And again, I can't remember how much they were. I'm crap, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got 6 of those. Don't do stir fried that often, but the kids do really like noodles. A couple of broccolis, a couple of packs of tender stem broccoli. They are for stir fry and for rice dishes and for everything else. I'm going to do a chicken dinner today. I've taken one of the chickens that I bought from Waitrose last week out of the freezer last night. That's defrosted and it's sat in the fridge waiting to be cooked. So one of those broccolis will do with the chicken. Pak choy for the stir fry. Red peppers. Did you know that half a red pepper gives you your vitamin C for the day? It's not hard to eat either, is it, if you like red pepper? Half a red pepper while you're cooking dinner, job's a good one. So if you didn't know, when you're boosting your vitamin C, it's got more vitamin C than orange. A couple of bags of tortilla chips, they're $1.15, and I always say that I think that they're better than Doritos, just because they've got cleaner ingredients, right? So obviously it's still a processed item, obviously, but that ingredients is, in my opinion, better than the Doritos ingredients. Some red onions. So I think I'm going to make coleslaw for one of the dinners this week. 3 packs of eggs. I have really got to now get round to making my Christmas cake. I've been that busy with decorating that all my bacon and most of my cooking actually has been put on hold because I'm just like trying to change all my woodwork in my hallway and that black, and it's just taken a very long time. So we've got 3 packets of those, 2 blocks of cheese. I think that is, I don't know. I feel like I want to say $1.85, but then it could be $2.85. No idea, I'll check. A couple of packets of Albert Bartlett potatoes. They were also on offer this week. Joanne, who ordered these, must have been thinking that she was going to do lots of baking and, well, lots of cooking. So maybe I'll do a cottage pie. I don't know what she was thinking. Maybe I'm going to have to write things down. You know, when I order and I buy like 2 big bags of potatoes, maybe at that point I need to write down exactly what we're thinking of cooking. It would help future Joanne out. A couple of packs of pumpkin seeds, about $1.20. 100 gram bag. They are full of good stuff. I have them with cheese and apple, as most of you will actually now know. Bag of pecans. This is for granola and also to go into Christmas cake, although I might have to buy another bag for that. I've gone off walnuts. I think for the past year I've been going more and more off them. They taste really bad to me. It doesn't matter where I buy them from, so I'm just going to sign off from walnuts and not have them anymore. But I do like pecans and I don't get the same reaction. I think they were they 3? I want to say £3, but yeah, I think they were £3. They were £3.50. They are expensive. 200 gram bag. I have these in porridge, used for granola. They also are going into a Christmas cake, so I do believe I have got a bag for the Christmas cake. These are for when we have a sort of Indian dish. I did buy a packet last week and they got eaten. £1.40 at the minute. They are reduced. I think they're similar price in Heron Foods, so I normally get them from there. Bananas. I were doing really well, you know. Well, I thought I were doing really well. When I only put £70 of the food in my basket, yeah. Then I got to the end, you know, where you have to go through checkout and then the food comes up like, are you sure you don't want these? Have you forgotten these? I'm like, oh shit. And anyway, that's how I spent an extra £40. Because you have to go through them with a card. I was like, oh, all right, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, I'll buy that. So it started off at £70 and then it went up to over 100. These are 3 for, I want to say 3 for £10, but do you know what? I think it's 3 for 12, isn't it? Some sausages, some bacon. It's all right bacon. I like Edwards. First came across that in Wales, actually. I like that range. Some chicken munchies. They've got quite a lot of stuff, I think, on the 3 for £12, although not as much as what Waitrose have got on their 3 for £12. It's either 12 or 10, something like that. A couple of packets of mince. These are £5.20 a pack. It's mental, isn't it? It's mental. Although Viennettas are £2 a block. One of my daughters really likes mint ice cream, so I got 3 of those. And I bet you anything that they are eaten within the week. Maybe not just by Neve, but they will go. That's why I don't buy like biscuits and crisps and cakes, because, you know, kids are kids. They'll just go. So that, no doubt, will go. Couple of slices of bread, that'll last for bloody ages, because hardly anybody eats bread. It's going to go straight into the freezer. They were £2. They were also reduced. Oh, and oh god, aren't we all right here? Let me go back on my start at shopping. Coriander. I like coriander, so obviously I'm going to be doing some kind of chili or taco bowl. And milk. Oh lord, aren't we all right here? Aren't we blessed? 190. Organic, whole milk, non-homogenised, don't you know? A litre of this is cheaper than a litre of EO Valley. Both milks are nice. This has got quite a good date on it. It's like the 4th of November, so it's got a week on it. I bought some non-homogenised milk from Waitrose the other day, and that had got a really short shelf life on it, but it has lasted. I'm now using it past its use by date, and it's still okay. Moving on to Waitrose bits, these are all a little bit more exciting than Ocado. I always think when you do small shops, you end up getting more exciting things. And I have got the prices for everything, because there's some new bits. There's a substitution, which I'm hoping that they honoured their original price. I know that they normally do, but the one that I ordered was slightly cheaper because it were on offer. That's not on offer. And then the razors, these were reduced actually. Now my daughter has seen the razor that I've got in my shower, and she asked for one for whatever reason, so I'm going to get it for her birthday. But the actual razors are reduced to £4.45. Obviously the blades are absolutely frigging expensive, but they were reduced as well, which I were happy to see, and they are £7.15 for 3. But that I've took off my total, because that ain't food, is it? That is a little bit of a birthday present. We've got the 443 on party food at the minute, so I thought I'd get a few bags to stick in the freezer. There's quite a few in the offer, so I just chose beer battered onion rings. So onion rings in a crisp batter made from Dorset ale. You get, well, how many did you get in there? Just says serve 6. I'm wondering if they're basing it on 2 per person. Per 3 onion rings. Right, okay, so you get 18 in that bag then maybe. Some spring rolls, you get 12 in that bag. Crisp phyllo pastry rolls filled with carrot, yam bean, cabbage and wood ear mushrooms. I think they sound nice for the adults, but I'm not sure how my kids are going to feel about having the mushrooms in the spring rolls. So I might have to buy some other ones as well. I just got those to go with stir fry, not to have as snacky bits. We don't even do snacky bits, so all these will be sides. Yes, I'm not sure. Maybe the adults will just have to have theirs. I know my older daughter will really like them, so they're not going to go to waste. Some mac and cheese bites with ham. I didn't notice that they've got ham in, so you get 10 in that bag. They're all supposed to be about £3 a bag, I think. Creamy macaroni cheese and smoked ham bites in a crispy breadcrumb. Again, they'll just be a side. And halloumi fries, you get 10 in that bag. Halloumi sticks in crisp golden breadcrumbs. And then there were another Christmassy bit. This were, got some money knocked off, £1.50. Chocolate and orange brownie bites. Bite-sized chocolate brownies with candied orange and a layer of milk chocolate. So I wonder whether the kids will like them or not. This is the thing, you know, with some of the Waitrose things. I think they're more for adult taste buds. So I would really like the candied orange in it. Not sure whether my 12-year-old will. And you could see that that's a blessing, because then adults will have it and kids won't have it. But yeah, sometimes you just have to watch, don't you? But they're 14th of November, the best before date. So they're obviously making things now, because they know people are going to grab them in the shopping and try them and buy them before Christmas. What else have we got? Tikka masala, I normally get the Lloyd Grossman one just for a basic budget chicken tikka, but Lloyd Grossman sauce is actually quite expensive per jar, so I only get it when it's on offer, because every so often it comes up half price in different places. But that is $1.75, which is what I pay when Lloyd Grossman is half price. But these are bigger jars. I'm sure Lloyd Grossman's about 350 grams, because I normally use 2. These are 450 gram jars, and I've tried it before, they're all right. Some soft cheese. Yogurts are still on offer, they're 63p each. Not all flavours though, as far as I can tell. So I just got those ones. I got a couple of cabbages, they were the same price. But obviously one's the Dutchy organic, and one is just a bog standard cabbage. I was going to make coleslaw, like I said, because I'd ordered these, and I'd ordered some like buns, you know, the Japanese sort of buns, but they've not come. So now I'm going to have to go to Marks and Spencer's and get them, and I think they're a bit more expensive. But these were, not this one, but the one that got swapped, were on offer for £4.31, which I actually thought was a really good price for a very quick meal, like 25 minutes, 40 minutes. But the other beef, I can't remember what it were, was in the, so it was slow cooked Middle Eastern style beef that was also in the offer, but they swapped it for the Korea inspired beef, which wasn't in the offer. But I bought 2 of each. So it says that they serve 2. I did a beef joint from M&S the other day that's supposed to serve 2, and it actually served 6 as in sandwiches, albeit there weren't that much beef in a sandwich, but we're not overly big meat eaters. Let me take it out of the box and I'll show you what it's like. You get your meat in that pack with the sauce separate. Then you'd put that on after, wouldn't you? It says outdoor bred pork, slow cooked for 10 hours with spicy Tobin yarn paste. Have I crucified it? And a miso maple glaze. So that's obviously a miso maple glaze. And then this spicy Korean tender beef flank in a sweet spicy, I can't even pronounce it, gochujang style sauce, slow cooked for 14 hours. Doesn't it look nice? Like, and that one, it looks nice, doesn't it? So you've got your meat like that, and then you've got your sauce that you're stirring towards the end usually. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying those. £4.41 or whatever it were. I don't deem that to be a bad price at all. Then I got some sweet potatoes, because I just fancied it when I was ordering it. And last but not least, chicken breast, £7.12 at the minute. And I think the last pack I got 6 chicken breasts. I bought 2 packs last week. One I just worked from the fridge. We did lots of different chickeny bits, and then the other I broke up into 3 packs, so 2 breasts in each bag, and they're in the freezer. So I won't be doing a shop next week because I have all this and still have things in my freezer and my cupboard that I bought last week, and I still haven't gone over the £600 budget that I set myself each month. It's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes when you shop like that, you end up not having to shop for a couple of weeks. And that is the situation that I'm in this time round. So you're not going to see me next week for a shopping video unless I nip to Marks and Spencer's, which I haven't done for a couple of weeks. So I might do, see what bits they've got. But yeah, as I said earlier on in the video, it is always worth shopping around, seeing what deals are out there. I want to ask you something, because if you've gone all the way through my video and you're still listening to me, you are one of my subscribers. You've got to be, to stick with me. I want to ask you something. Why do you watch me? This is not for any form of self-glorification. I want to know what you get from the videos. And I'm asking you, because I didn't want to ask at the beginning of the video, because when you are on YouTube, you realise that some people click on, then they click off, and then they might click on and click off again, but you'll have a certain amount of people that stick all the way to the end. And they are like your true subscribers. They are invested in whatever they're getting out of watching your videos. And I think in order for me to give you more of what you get, I need to know what you get from it. So if you can do me a favour and just let me know. You don't have to go in depth. You don't have to take a load of time up to answer, because it's all time into it. And I know that a lot of you watch on TV. I know. I'm a film star. I cannot believe it. But if you could, I'd be grateful, because it means I know what you're getting out of it, as I've said already, which means I can then maybe give you a bit more. I don't know. Let's see if we can work together. I've been painting for I think 10 days. I'm changing, oh God, I've been doing it today, all my woodwork in my whole stairs landing, utility and downstairs toilet. It's all going black. It does look alright. I'll show it you when it's done. I'm not one of them that can film sort of decorating videos or out like that, because, well, you probably know, I'm a bit like all over the place. And I wouldn't be able to say, right, tomorrow I'm filming decorating, sack that shit off, because I might want to decorate when I want to decorate, which is my situation. But I've been doing it for about 3.5 hours a day. It's 3 coats. Everything's having 3 coats. But I've been listening to podcasts, and you know, like, have you ever watched listened to any of the Diary of the CEO podcasts? I've been working my way through some of his stuff, and then after that, which is about 1 hour and 50 minutes, I then put some music on, and I go through my son's playlist, my daughter's playlist, Christmas music, my playlist, so I have a nice time. I'm not, my body, every time I get paintbrush out, I start brushing it on, my body's like, fucking hell, Joanne, what are you doing? I don't normally get this amount of movement in a month. But my brain is all right. My brain's not died yet, because I'm educating myself. I'm listening to other people's opinions and things. I like doing that. But I'm also thinking about my dining room, because I'm going to do a Victorian-inspired Christmas. A few years ago, I used to do themes, and I've done Victorian a couple of times. I love it. I bloody love it. But you know that. You must know that if you've been here for a while, because you know what stuff I have in the kitchen, or old stuff. So we're doing a Victorian theme, but I thought, I'm not just going to stick with my Christmas decorations, am I? Heck, no. Changing my dining room, because it needs decorating anyway. So I'm just going to go with a more like older traditional vibe. Quite excited about it. Again, I'll show you when it's done. Nobody wants to see the decorating process, do they? So yes, if you could do me that favour, I'll give you a pass if you're watching on television. Do I look good? Because you have to go on your phone then, don't you? But yeah, just let me know. Just for my own sort of analytical benefits, because you can have a look on your analytics on YouTube, and you can see what your sort of like average age is, and your average gender is, and your countries, but you can't see what the human being, you, gets out of it. You can't see that. Also, it hit me up with some of the channels that you watch, because it's getting to that time of year where we all want to be like in his house, not doing much, or going for a nice walk and then still not doing much, and going under a blanket and not doing much. So hit me up with some of your regular channels. Right, you take care. Thanks for still being here. Bye.